I'm getting rich, running up digits, counting up six stacks. My money flipping, let's take a trip, splash. Standing on business, tycoon rich. I'm rich. Look at my chips, yeah. I'm getting rich, running up digits, counting up six stacks. My money flipping, let's take a trip, splash. Standing on business, tycoon rich.
All right, all right. How y'all doing today? Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Let's get right into it. We're going to talk about some possible setups. But before we do that, let's kind of go over our rules so that you guys kind of understand what we are looking for before we go to the chart. So I'm going to pull up the rules and walk through those with you guys really fast. Okay. So step one. The first step is use the STC indicator via TradingView on the 15-minute chart to determine directional bias for the trade. Okay, so if we look at the chart here, this is our STC indicator right here. Okay, and so when price is overbought, all right, on the 15-minute, 5-minute chart, but I'm just giving you all the illustration. When price is overbought, meaning that this line is above this 80 right here, which is this orange line right here, we're overbought. That means it's time for price to eventually correct itself. Okay. And we want to start looking for sales. All right. And when price is oversold, meaning the lines are beneath the 20 here, price, now we're looking for price to correct itself and go up. So we're looking for buys. Okay. So if we go to the 15-minute chart right now, let's see what we're looking for. Okay. So I'm going to go to the 15-minute chart here. All right. And also keep in mind, guys, we've been moving sideways for some time now. The market is kind of like just starting to wake back up a little bit from the over the holidays. So we just kind of got to keep that in mind as well. Okay. But right now, if we look at the 15-minute, we are currently oversold. Oversold. So the directional bias for today are buys. Okay. Looking for buys. Okay. That's the directional bias. Now I'm going to take a peek at the 30-minute and the 1 hour just to see what we have going here as well. And we can see both the 1 hour and the 30-minute are also oversold as well. So that's another like layer of confluence we can use for potential um, directional bias indication as well. Okay. So that's the first rule. Now the second rule, let's go to the second rule, says once you have determined a directional bias, which is what we did now, right? Because we're oversold, so we're looking for buys. Wait for the STC on the 5-minute chart to align with the 15-minute chart STC and wait for the alert. Okay. So what does that mean? So if we go back to the chart here, we can see that right now the 5-minute is overbought. We just looked at the 15, the 30, and the 1 hour, and price was what? Oversold. So we need price to come down here. Okay. And when price comes down here, we're going to look for our potential buy alert. Okay. So that's what we're waiting for, guys. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, I always try to open it up for questions. But that's how the basis of this works. Okay. And good morning to everybody that just joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. But that's the basis of it. So I try to keep things very simple. All right. Very simple. At the end of the day, when we're looking at these indicators here, these are just extra layer of confluences. But if you understand key levels and why they're so important, that basically helps you make informed decisions. So the fact that we're waiting for price to come down to this oversold area, what I would like to see is for price to come down, come up to this area here, retest. Okay. So if price comes here and then we shoot down here, our buy entry could be somewhere up in here if we get that type of price action. That's why I'm looking for a potential buy. Okay, because we can see that price rejected multiple times here. And we know when price is overbought, there's a chance that price can actually come down. So when price gets here, if we come down here, that'll put us in this oversold area. Okay, and we could take a potential trade to the upside. All right. Now, if we look at our higher time frames, let's go to the 15-minute and see what we're looking at here. We can go over key levels while we're waiting as well. Okay, so let's go to the 15-minute and we can see, let me tighten this up. This is probably off this is probably off of the 5-minute here. Okay. So let's just see here. So we see here that price is rejected multiple times, like I said, at this level here. All right. So I'm going to put this level, I'm going to make this line a little thicker. So when the line is thicker, that tells me that it's off of a higher time frame. Okay. This level here, let's see, if we look to the left, yeah, that was a pivotal area as well. And then if we look here, we can also see that this is definitely a pivotal level right here. Okay. So if we do break, let's say we do get a buy somewhere here or somewhere down here, then we have to break through this level of consolidation. So there's a lot of back and forth movement here. Okay. And even yesterday on a breakout, we got a nice stop hunt here. And I got caught in this stop hunt, to be honest with you guys. And then price went up to the upside. So our initial analysis was for a buy analysis, but we got stopped out before price started to move up. Okay. So those are just some of the things that you guys want to kind of keep in mind as we go through this strategy. And like I said, we are, price is starting to get some movement a little bit. We're coming, like I said, out of the holidays. So not expecting um, too much movement, but we should get a decent amount of movement to make some profits. Okay. When we hit that kind of mid-January, end of January, that's when we should see some really good strides in the market. Okay. And just for those of you all that aren't familiar, we trade the NASDAQ. Okay. So I'm going to actually pull it up for you guys 1 second so you guys can see what that is for those of you all that are new. So NASDAQ is just basically the instrumental. Hold on. Let me 1 second, guys. Let me pull it up for you. Share this screen. Okay. So with the NASDAQ, it's basically an index, okay? And with the index, what it has is comprised of the top 100 tech and medical companies in the United States, okay? And so when you combine the performance of all of those companies, you get a certain type of price action. All right. And so with the Nasdaq, you might be familiar with companies like Apple, you might be familiar with like Samsung, those type of companies there. Okay. So let's just look at the companies here. And so you guys can kind of get an understanding of what to kind of expect with the NASDAQ. Okay. So like I said, Apple here. All right. You all also might be familiar with, let's see, Centers. You might be familiar with them. Comcast for sure. You guys probably know Ross. Okay. Adobe. These are just some of the companies. So here's some of the healthcare companies here. Okay. And then you also have some tech, a lot of tech and telecom communication companies as well. Okay. So these are just some of the things that you guys want to kind of keep in mind. This is what we're trading every day. I trade this pair at 8:45. Okay. At 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I trade this pair. And the reason why I trade around this time is just so I can kind of get some time to look at the market before it moves and pretty much just kind of get a gauge from there. Okay. So let's go back to our charts and let's see if we got any type of price action. And you guys let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. And if you are currently in the combine, let me know. Okay. So for those of you all that might be new, our goal is to scale from um, a $50,000 funded account to a $750,000 funded account right now. And I do have a $50,000 express funded account. The goal is to increase that. So I'm doing another combine right now for 300,000. All right. And then once I pass that, then I'll get the remaining 400,000 to put me at 750. Okay. So if you are currently watching this live right now and you currently have a combine or you're trading on a combine, do me a favor and go ahead and put a fire in the comments section for me so that I know that you guys are here with me. Okay, put a fire in the comment section so I can know that you guys, and let us know what type of combine. Do you have the $50,000 combine? Do you have the $100,000 combine? Do you have the $150,000 combine? And if this is your first time here on the stream, also put a comment as well, and just to let me know that you're new, okay, and where you're coming from. All right. So for those of you all that aren't familiar with how the combine works, there's something called Top Step. Okay, and with Top Step, what they do is they allow you to trade futures. So they have different levels you could come into, right? So you have your earned funding, okay, where you have a $50,000 account, a $100,000 account, and a $150,000 account. So if you get a $50,000 account, you subscribe for $49 a month, okay? And when you subscribe for $49 a month, what that does is they give you the opportunity to trade off of a $50,000 demo account. If you can prove that you have that you can change that 50,000 to 53,000, then you pretty much pass the actual account there. Okay, you pass the combine. If you lose more than $2,000, then you've breached the account. Now you don't want to lose more than $1,000 in a day. I tell my students around 500 just to make sure that you don't even come close to that. And you don't want to lose more than 1% of your account anyway. But the maximum is $1,000 in a day. If you do breach your account, you have to what they call a reset, where you just basically pay another $50, and that'll put you like basically starting over at your 50,000. Okay. Then you have your $100,000 account. That's $99 a month. You want to get this account to $106,000. Okay. You don't want to lose more than 3 grand on this account. All right. And then for the $150,000 account, you want to get this one to 159,000. Now, because I'm trading on a $300,000 account for my trading combine, I need to get that basically both accounts to 9,000, so 18,000 total. All right, and these are the maximum amount of contracts, basically positions that you can put when you're trading those actual accounts there. Okay, once you pass, you're then in position, and you get 5 consecutive winning days. You're now in a position to start withdrawing that money. Okay, at least 50% of it. When you get 30 consecutive days of winning, you can withdraw 100% of whatever profits you've made off of this account. Okay, so that's how it works with the trading combine. Okay, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and then we'll go from there. But right now, we're just kind of waiting. All right, Rob, I see you with the fire. Okay, Sylvester, Kelly, great job, guys. 50 grand. Let's get it. Let's get it. So that's the goal, guys. Like, we want to use, because here's one of the things when it comes to trading. People develop the skill. Learning how to trade is not hard. The two things that are challenging is getting the funding for trading and mastering your emotional maturity. Knowing when to get out of the market, knowing when to stop trading, knowing to take your profits and keep it moving. Okay. But if we can tackle those two areas where most people struggle, then that'll put you ahead of most people that's in the game. Okay. And in my trading, classes every Friday, we go over the trading psychology piece. Okay, Speedy Rob, I see you got the 50K as well. Let's get it. Let's get it. So by the end of January, mid-February max, I think we should all have our trading combine passed. Okay. This is going to take discipline. All right. So what I want you guys to realize is that let's see, and our 5 minute is still, let me just take a peek real quick at the chart. I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, so we're still overbought for the 5 minute. And it's 9 o'clock, so it's still early. Okay. But let's go back to what I was saying as far as the combine. This is my exact strategy that I did. Okay. I took two trades. Okay. The first trade had 3 contracts. The second trade had 2 contracts. Okay. Because remember, the maximum amount of contracts you could do for the $50,000 account was 5 contracts. Okay. My TP1 was 3 contracts. So that helped me get anywhere from $250 to $500, just depending on the distance of the next key level. Okay. My TP2 was the 2 contracts. All right, so let me just kind of break that down real quick so you guys can have an illustration of it. All right, so let's say, for instance, let's say if I got into a let's say I got into a short position, and I'll just put that here. Okay, just so you guys can see it. All right, so let's say that 21,744 was TP1, and then 21,716 was TP2. All right, so if I do my illustration here, okay, you can see, and let's just say that this was my stop loss. So here's my stop loss. I put in one position. So let's say if I were to click, let's say if I was to go here and to click sell, right? I'm not going to actually click it, but I will put 3 contracts, my take profit, and my stop loss. So in this case, my stop loss, this number right here, this 120, that's how many ticks for my stop loss that I would want for my stop loss, right? Just based on what I measured out. And that would tell me that I'm risking $306 on that trade. Okay. $306. Now my goal is not to lose no more than $300 to $500 if I do have a losing day. Okay, you got to have proper risk management. Okay, that's another key point as well. Emotional maturity, risk management, and funding. Those are the 3 key points. Okay, if I win, right, and let's say I hit TP, what is that, TP1 or TP2? That's TP1. I would have made 361. So I would have hit my goal for the day, right? And if I would have hit TP2 down here at 2 contracts, I would have made an extra 241. So I would have made close to $600 on in that one move. Okay? So when you put it into that perspective, right? Most people don't make that in a day. Okay? And we're doing that within one trading session. And that's what makes trading so valuable, is that you can make a substantial amount of money within a minimal amount of time, which puts you in position, right, to actually focus on the things that you want to do, because everything else that we want to do requires money. And if you can make the money in a short period of time to free up more time, then you're putting yourself in a better position. Okay, so that's how you guys want to look at this, is you want to break that down into 2 positions, and hopefully we'll get a look at that soon. But that's what we're looking at, guys, is a potential buy here. So let me see here. It's 901. Let's see if we get some rejection here. If we break this level here, guys, we might want to consider hopping into a buy, just because we're already oversold on these 2 levels here. Okay, so all right, our 15-minute is actually approaching the overbought area now. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. And then our 30-minute is also approaching overbought. And this is why we want to kind of wait until near market open. So this is good. All right. So now our analysis has to change, because what are we looking at? If price is entering the overbought area on the 30-minute and approaching that on the 15-minute, and the 5-minute is already in the overbought area. Somebody tell me in the comment section, if we're in the overbought area, what are we looking for? Buys or sells? If we're in the overbought area, what are we looking for? Buys or sells? What's our directional bias? Let me know. Let me know. What do y'all think our directional bias is? Buys or sells? Let me know what y'all think. Okay. And then I'm just going to break that down. Let me see if we get some hold on one second. Let me know in the comment section. Y'all think we doing buys or sells? If we're in the overbought area, are we in buys or sells? Okay. The 15-minute here, what do we have? Price is approaching the overbought area. Okay. And then the 30-minute, we're kind of almost already there. So the next candle will probably put us in that overbought area. So if we're in the overbought area, think of it like a roller coaster, right? When price comes down here, what do we think? When price is oversold, we want price to what? Go up, right? When price goes here, we're looking for what? Price to come down. Okay. So if we're in the overbought area, so this is the overbought area. Remember, at the top of the STC right here, when the line crosses the 80, okay, we're in the overbought area. So what are we looking for? Price to go down or up? Are we looking for sales or buys? Let me know. Sales, exactly. Great job, Sylvester and Kelly. Great job. Absolutely. We're looking for sales. So we're going to be patient now, and we're going to wait for our optimal sale opportunity. Okay, that's what we're going to wait for. So we have about, let's see, it's 9:05 right now. We're going to wait until we get our sell signal. And what I'm thinking is we're going to either catch that sell signal. This is our 30-minute. Let me go to the 15-minute. We're going to catch our sell signal probably at this level right here, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this level right here will probably be our sell area here. Price could break through. Now, if price breaks through and we don't get rejected here, we have to be objective in the market. And now we have between this key level and this key level for a buy. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If price does not respect the next key level and we don't get rejected there, we have to be objective and make a decision to move and look for a buy. Okay, now we see that in the past here, if we look left, always look left. All right, when you're looking for potential entries here and see what price did. So we see here that let's see, price here. Okay, we have a strong level of support in the past here at this level. Okay, this is our 21,899 level. Okay, strong level of support. So we know that past support can also be what? Future resistance. Okay, past support can also be future resistance. So because price found support here multiple times, meaning we came down here, it bounced off and it went up. Came down here, it bounced off and it went up. Same thing here. It bounced off and it came back up. This time it finally broke through. Okay, so there's a chance that we could get a nice rejection here. All right. Now, this level is not as strong because if we look to the left, we do have a lot of liquidity here. Okay. When you see these consecutive red candles like this, these strong candles, that's a lot of liquidity right there. Okay. So there's a chance that the buyers can fill this gap here. We get here and then we reject and come to the downside. All right. So let's just take a look. Let me refresh the chart here and let's see what we get. Okay, so remember at that 21,899 level, this level right here, let me put my zone right here. This is where we can see some major rejection right here. Okay, 21,899. Now we could break past this level right here. There's a high chance that we could do that. And if we do break past this level, we will look for a buy. If we get rejected here, there's a strong rejection, then we'll hop into our sell. Okay, so those are the two things that we're looking for. When price approach this level, this will tell us what we need to do. If price breaks out, retest, we getting into a buy to take it to the upside. If price does this, rejects, and then comes in, maybe reject again, we're definitely taking a sell. Okay, so those are just some of the things that we want to keep in mind. Okay, all right, so now that is what we're doing. So make sure you guys are logged in. If you do have the paper trade, whether you're doing paper trading or if you are doing the combine, okay, make sure that you guys are logged in. So remember, you want to come down to the bottom, okay, here where it says well, mine says Tradeovate because I'm already logged in, but you want to come down to the bottom, should say trading panel. And then if you've never traded the futures, I would say use paper trading. Go ahead and connect your account. Click on paper trading and then connect your account. If you have, and if you're already logged in, you're going to look for Tradeovate, and then you're going to put your login credentials in to sign into your account. Okay? You're going to get those credentials to sign into your account. All right? So we're just being patient, guys. We're waiting for price to move. And in the meantime, we can just kind of go over some scenarios here and go through some teaching points. All right. So let's see here. Let's go back here. Let's look at how price played out yesterday. Okay, so this is what we were looking at yesterday. This nice little movement right here. So I'm gonna do a replay and let's see. Okay, so this is where we were. So if we look at the directional bias from yesterday, let me go to the 15-minute chart. So we were in the oversold area. So we know that when we're in the oversold area, we're looking for buys, right? But we got a nice rejection here on this strong sell candle. Okay. So my goal was, I think I was already in a buy. Yes, I was already in a buy here. All right. And my stop loss was like right here. Okay. So I got stopped out right here. All right. And so when that happened, my initial my next reaction was, okay, let me go look at the 30-minute and see what we look at. So the 30-minute at this time of day was what? Overbought. Okay, it was overbought. So when I saw that sell signal, I said, okay, well, maybe because we got a nice engulfing candle here. And for those of you all that aren't familiar with engulfing candles, very simple. The body of the previous candle is smaller than the body of the most recent candle. So this candle right here, this green candle, is smaller than this red candle. So typically when that happens, price follows. Not all the time though, but price follows typically. Okay. So when that happened, I changed my analysis. I said, okay, we got an engulfing candle. We are overbought on the 30-minute. Looks like price wants to reject here. But this is what I call a stop hunt, okay? Meaning that the big bank institutions, they come out, they take out everybody's stop loss, get all of this money here, and then they take the money, then they take the trades and take the price up to the upside in the direction that they wanted it to go anyway. Okay. So the original analysis of a buy trade was correct, but we got stopped out. Okay. Because if I play it out, we'll see that price didn't continue to go down here. We got another buy signal, and then price just kept going up here. All right. So that was our analysis from yesterday. Okay. So today we're looking at it same scenario, okay? Where we're looking for overbought or oversold, but this time we're going to be patient and we're going to let it come to us, okay? So price broke out of this area here. Okay? Price broke out. We got a little pullback action here. We might get an engulfing candle to retest this area right here. Remember, I said once we get to this area here, that'll kind of tell us what we need to do. All right. Getting into a buy right here, in my opinion, is too premature. If we get a buy here, we know that price is creating higher highs, right? So price comes here, retests, creates a higher high, breaks through this level, retests, and now we know because it already created a higher high and retested here, there's a high chance that price can continue to do that and move to the upside. So if it breaks out and retests, we can definitely look for a buy. If it does not break out and retest, then we can look for our sell, which is what our analysis is anyway. So we're either going to get a sell here, in my opinion, or at this level. One of these levels, we're going to get a sell. So we might be able to catch a buy here, and then also we might be able to catch a sell here. We just have to see how price reacts at these levels. And so when we get closer to that time, I'll kind of explain how, what I'm looking for as far as price action. Okay. But that's what we're looking at, guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And welcome to everybody that's joined. Um, and let me know because that's extremely important. Okay, I always encourage to ask questions because the more you understand what's going on, even if you say, "How do I get the indicators on my chart?" Whatever it is, like no question is a stupid or dumb question. Okay, I want you guys to really understand that I try to be as much of an open book as possible so that you all are comfortable and fully understand exactly what's going on because that's the only way that we grow. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, guys. So the bigger picture in all of this is to put you guys in position to make some life-changing money. Okay, to make some life-changing money, because at the end of the day, if we can get everybody on this live to $750,000 worth of funding, now we're talking about some real numbers. Okay. Because if we get you guys to $750,000 worth of funding, right? And let's say you guys become proficient enough where you get 20% in that month. Okay. At that 20%, now you're making over $100,000 in a month. That's about 112K. Okay. With this 112K, now in your trading account, you can either withdraw this money or you can use it and continue to earn off of this money, right? So let's say you earn another 20% a month. Okay. Now, let's just say that this was 100,000 here. Let's just say that, like, if let's just say you anywhere from 15 to 20%, depending on the month. Okay. Now you're at 20K a month. Okay. And this cycle can be rinsed and repeated. So if you do this for, let's say you get 10 months worth of this, and you do 750K. Okay. You've now put yourself in a position to make over $1 million. Okay, because now you that's 100,000. Okay, times 10, of course, that's $1 million, right? And each cycle requires $750. Okay, so you just turned $750 into over $100,000. $750 is your risk, and the potential $100,000 is your reward. The process in between determines how fast you'll get there. Are you disciplined? Are you getting to the charts on time every day? Are you emotionally controlled when you get into the trades? Are you sticking to your rules? Do you have proper risk management? All of these significant things will determine if you are progressing or not. Okay. So it's very, very important that you have your rules written down in front of you every day. It's very important that you have your risk management plan in front of you. It's very important that you know what your emotional triggers are. Okay. When you're starting off, a lot of times, sometimes it's hard to accept those losses. A lot of traders go through revenge trading. A lot of traders go through greed. A lot of traders go through fear. When you learn how to conquer those things, that's when you turn the corner for trading. You want to have kind of like an even kill mentality when it comes to trading. If you lost today, okay, cool. Trade tomorrow. The market is open all the time. There's endless opportunities and money there for you to make. There's no need to feel like you missed out on anything. Moves that you've seen once will happen multiple times over. I promise you that. So if you missed out on an opportunity, it's fine. Just wait for the next one. Okay. All right, guys. So it's 9:16. And okay, so we got some questions here. Oh, okay, this is Mary. So since I'm on Tradeovate, I cannot see the values in my stop loss or take profit. So yes, you can actually, Mary. Let me see. What would you say is getting to the charts on time? Getting to the charts on time. So honestly, number one, you should have. I'm gonna answer your stop loss and take profit in a minute, Mary. But getting to the chart on time, you should have your key level. So if we're on at 8:45 a.m., you should have your key levels set before then. So you need to know how long it takes for you to set your key levels. The better you get, the less time it'll take to have your key level set. So if it takes you 20, let's say if it takes you 20 minutes, you want to be on your charts 20 minutes before 8:45. If it takes you 30 minutes, you want to be on your charts before 8:45. So when it comes time to trade, you're already set. Okay, you're already set. You're prepared and you're ready, and you already have your plan in place. You know how many contracts you're putting in for TP1. You know how many contracts you're putting in for TP2. There's no guessing. There's no guessing. The reason why Kobe Bryant always say this was one of the most influential players in the game is because he prepared, he practiced day in day out, not just when the market was open, but he well, he didn't, not when the market's open, but I'm in references to trading. But not when you don't want to practice, not just when the market is open, but also you want to back test. You want to go back and look at, okay, where did I make mistakes in these trades? So when you come back, you're ready to go. Okay. Now, as far as the take profit and the stop loss, you want to kind of, so you use the same tool. You can use, so let's say, for instance, we were getting into a short position here. All right, so I'm gonna go to short position in my toolbar. And if you don't have this toolbar already up, you can come over here to the left, click here, and then look for short position. Okay, I have mine start because I want it favorited so it can pop up in my toolbar. Say we go to short position here. Now, I'm not using this to get in my trade. I'm just using this to kind of measure where I would want my stop loss and take profit. Okay. So let's say I put this here. All right. And let's just say we entered this gray line. Let's just say we entered here. I put it a little bit above price because I don't want anything to trigger or anything like that. But let's just say I want my stop loss a little bit above this yellow line. So I move that there. Okay. And then my take profit, well, let's say it's down here. Okay. When I right click on this short position, I go to create limit order and I can see how much I'm risking. Okay. Based on where this position is. Okay. So I can see here, let's see, if I put in 4 contracts, right, I will be risking $202 based on where my stop loss is. Okay. So this here, let me just show you guys. This is my setup. Where's my stop loss? Where is my take profit? Okay. This is my setup. How much I'm risking on my setup is based on how many contracts I want to put in that position. Okay. So I know the first thing I want to do is figure out where am I putting my stop loss and my take profit. Okay. That's my setup. Where am I putting my stop loss and my take profit? Once I figure that out, then I figure out how much I want to risk based on where I am. Okay. So in this case here, we see that 4 contracts based on where my stop loss is, it would be at I'll be risking $202. Okay, $202. And if I move, let me just move this closer to where price is, right? And then I move this up a little bit. Now, if I move it up a little bit based on where price is, now if I risk that, let's see to do the same one. Okay, so it's not telling me. So right here it says 156 ticks. So I'm gonna just change that here because it didn't adjust here. So I'm just gonna change that. I'll be risking 312. Okay, these are my ticks here. That tells me how much I'm risking. Okay, 312. Okay, have the potential to gain 340. So if I know that my range was then, okay, we might be getting a sell alert here, guys, soon. So let's be prepared for that. Um, if I know that my take profit is at 340, I know that I could potentially hit my goal, but I also know that I'm within my risk management because I said I don't want to lose more than $300 to $500 in a day. Okay. So that's how you can determine that. And then when I want to get out of it, I just right click here and I click remove and it's gone. Okay. So that's how you want to click the X right there where it says limit to make sure that nothing gets triggered. Okay. So that's how you gauge that, guys. Same tools, same tools. And just let me, so we got 3 minutes left. We might be getting a sell alert here. And if we see here, there is a lot of selling pressure, right? If we look to the left, we got a sell here, we got a sell here, we got a sell here. So for price to get a sell here, that's a high chance that we can convert here. Okay. So I'll be trading both this account and my $300,000 account, guys. So I'll be going kind of back and forth just to kind of give you all a heads up on that. Now, by the last minute, if we see some strong movement and we close pretty strong, then I'll hop into the sale. Okay. But I always like to let at least near the time the candle closes or when the candle closes because price can easily do a fake out. Okay. So that's what we're looking at in regards to that. All right. She says it's not showing on the screen like it was when I was on TradingView while the trade is active. Oh, okay. Yeah. So while the trade is active, it's not going to show um on um on TradingView for the trader rate for the combine. It's just going to say like sell limit or sell stop or something like that. Right. But when you are so you want to look down to your account summary or your and see like your active trades down there. Look at your positions. And that'll tell you like how much you're in profit and stuff like that. Okay. So just look down in your trading panel, you'll see that. Okay. So that's what we are. So you're already so you probably already in a trade. That's what you're probably referencing to. I got you. I got you down. All right. So we got a minute and 40, guys. A minute and 40. Let's see how this candle closes. We might be able to get into a sale very soon. Um, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. We got a minute and 20. Let's see if it closes out strong. And this is why you want to wait. Okay, this is why you want to wait. All right. Did that answer your question, Mary? I hope that answers your question. If not, I can elaborate a little bit more. If not, just let me know if that helped you out there. Okay. All right, so we got about a minute and almost under a minute here, and we see that we're getting a wick on this candle, and this is why. No, you didn't do anything. Nope, nope. That's how it is with the combine. It's a little different than the paper trading. Paper trading shows you the amount. With the combine, it doesn't really do that. Okay. So with 40 seconds left, guys, let's see how this candle closes. Right now, this wick is telling me that there's some possible support here at this level. So it might be a pullback here, and then we go up. All right. If it closes strong, then we might be getting a rejection, and then we can look for a potential sell. Okay. But right now, um, it's not looking too promising as far as me feeling confident that this is going to be a good sell here. Okay, because I don't, this wick right here is telling me that the buyers are trying to come in here at this level. They don't want price to push past this level right here. The sellers are trying to push price, but it's not happening. Okay, we got 5 minutes until market opens. Okay, 5 minutes. Now, if this candle engulfs and breaks this level here, we have to start looking for some buys, guys. Okay. If it engulfs this candle, so if this green candle closes larger than this red candle and we break this level right here, we can look for some buys. Okay, but we're not going to hop into it. We're just going to keep our minds open into it because remember, this is the level will determine if we should get into a buy or sell. This level right here. Okay, because here's what can happen. It can engulf, we can get into a buy, it's a short buy, and then we come slamming down to this level here. But if we break, now we know we have a lot of space for price to come into fruition to hit the next level there. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in regards to that. Okay, so we're just going to be patient and we're going to see what happens in the next 5 minutes. Market opens in 5 minutes. Well, 3 minutes and 50 seconds now. And what we could also see is price do this. Price goes here, give us a nice little M structure, double top, and then we come to the downside. So when you see a double top, that means that price tried to break, the sellers rejected, it tried to break again, the sellers rejected, and it tells you that the sellers are probably in control now and they're looking to push price to the downside. Okay? All right, so that's what we're waiting on, guys. We're waiting to see what happens at this level and the next level. That'll let us know what we need to do. Patience is key. Patience is key. What does our 15-minute look like? What is our 15-minute? We should be overbought now on the 15. Let's see. Let's see what we're almost there. Almost there. We're definitely there on the 30-minute. We're right there on the line on the 30-minute. All right. So let's see what we get, guys. Let's see what we get. Even on our price rejected multiple times here at this level. So let's see what we got going for us. Okay. See what we got going. And like I said, if you got any questions, please feel free to ask. All right. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, guys. 2 minutes and 30 seconds until we get into a trade. Now, for those of you all that are new, if you're paper trading, when we get into a sell, we just click sell here. We put how many contracts right here that we want to enter. Take profit, stop loss, sell. Boom, you're in the trade. And I'll put what price level I'm in as far as stop loss and take profit. So I might say my stop loss is at 21,818, right? So where it says price and it says stop loss, I put 21,818, and it's going to put my stop loss right at this level right here. Okay? So I'll walk through that as we go through this. But we got a minute and 45 seconds. And let's see here. And the way you can determine how much time is on the clock is right here to the right. For those of you all that might not be familiar, this is where you determine the timing on the clock here. Okay. So let's see what we get. Let me know in the chat. Y'all think we're gonna get a buy or a sell? Y'all think we're gonna get in a nice buy or a sell? Let me know in the comment section. What y'all think? Y'all think we're gonna get into a nice buy or a nice sell? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. What is your analysis? What is your analysis? A buy or a sell? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We got a minute left on this candle right here. Looks like we're getting some engulfing action here, but we still haven't passed that area. Okay. Got some engulfing action right here, but we haven't passed this area right here. That 930 candle though might push us out. We'll see. But sometimes it'll do this, it'll fake out and then drop. So we got to be patient. Okay. We see typically you see a lot of volume from the 930 to 935 candles. Okay. So let's see. And we do have news at 10 o'clock. We do have news at 10 o'clock. So let's keep that in mind. Okay. 10 o'clock, we have two red folders. Two red folders. Okay. We have one, the ISM services PMI and the JOLTS job openings. I'll go over that in a minute, but let's just see how this candle does. Let's see how this candle does here. Okay. And for those of you all who aren't familiar with news, go to forexfactory.com. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get. Okay, just making sure we're not in any trades here. Alrighty. Okay, so that one put me into. All right, so we getting some little action here. We getting some action here. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's on my other account there. Let's see here. All right, see, this is why we gotta close. See that fake out there, which telling me that the sellers are in this area here. They came to play. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. We gotta be patient. Gotta be patient here. Okay. Gotta be patient here. And let's see what we get. We getting some rejection here for sure. Getting some rejection for sure. All right. Oh, that's nice. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Mary said, okay, so all right, so we got some buys. Okay. So Mary, Rob, Mike, y'all all answer Vessel. All y'all say a buy. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what we get today. We gonna let the price tell us what it's gonna do, but I like to see if our analysis is correct. Let's see. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. All right. Oh man, the sellers are trying to block the buying blessings. Let's see. Let's see how we close out. Nice, nice push. Remember, we waiting for price to break that 21,818 level. If it breaks that level, then I'm going to get into a buy. If it breaks that 21,818 level, I'm going to get into a buy. Okay. If we get rejected here, we already know that we're overbought on the 5, the 15, and the 30. So we know at some point price is going to come down, but when is it going to come down is what we don't know, because price might not be finished buying. Okay. Thank you, Mary. You say you have an awesome coach. Well, you guys are awesome. This whole experience with you guys makes it awesome. So I appreciate that. All right. So we got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. This candle does not know what it wants to do. When you see the price kind of going back and forth like that, there's a lot of indecision. That means that there's a lot of buyers and sellers at this level fighting to determine which direction it wants to move. All right, let's see what we get. We got a minute and let's see, 30 seconds left. A minute and 30 left, guys. Let's see what we get. It's 9:33. Still got some time here. All right. Okay, here comes our sell here. Let's see if we close out like that, though. We got to wait. Got to be patient. Okay. Ooh, nice drop. Nice drop. Remember, we did get some sales over here to the left, guys. Oh, yeah, that's strong. That's strong. Nice M structure. I'm going to give it about 15 to 20 more seconds before I decide to get in, because I don't want this to be a fake out. Okay, I don't want this to be a fake out. Let me get rid of this. Oh, yeah, that's solid. Okay, guys, I'm getting into a sell. I am getting into a sell for this here, okay? I'm going to put my stop loss at 250. Take profit at 250. I'm just gauging on where I am. I'm gonna adjust it once I'm in, guys. All right, so I'm in. So, oh, that's a good area. Okay, so my TP1 here is at, let's see, it's at 21,725. My stop loss is at 21,814. Okay, and let me just hop over to my other one, guys, so I can hop into that. Hopefully it's not too late. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it might be a little too late for my other one. Okay, I can get in now. Got a little retracement there. Okay. So now I'm just putting in my stop loss and take profit on this one here. I'm on my other account here, guys, but you guys can see my levels on the other chart. Okay, again, my stop loss is at, hold on one second, let me just set that here, 21,814, and TP1 is, let's go back here, let me go take a look here. TP1 is 21,725 P1. Okay, and then TP2, let's take a look here. TP2 will be at 21,689. 21,689 will be TP2. Okay. So that is what I'm looking at for this move, guys. And you all know that once I hit TP1, I move everything to break even. Okay. I move my second positions to break even. Now for this, because I'm in the combine right now, it's not going to let me do that. So I'm going to try to extend this because oh yeah, it already took me out. Yep, it took me out. All right, so it took some profit off of that one, guys. Okay, so TP1 is you all should have hit TP1. TP1 hit. If you hit TP1, go ahead and put a comment section for me, please. Put a fire comment section. If you have a second position open, okay, here is your stop loss was here, right? So I bring that to break even. Okay, break even, which is around here. Okay, and now we see if we can hit TP2, which is down here around 89. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. TP2, 21,689. All right, and then we can just kind of talk about our profits after the at the end of this session. But definitely make sure that you want to break even on your second position. All right, so I'm just going over to my other one just to make sure that I'm managing this one as well. And let me break that here. 1 second, guys. Let's see. Stop loss. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm locked in on my other position. You guys can't see that right now because I'm actually using Trader 8's I'm using their platform for my 300,000. But you guys should have definitely broke even here. It's finding some support here, right? But I think the sellers have enough momentum to continue to push price down, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So let's see how you guys did. If you gotta, okay, I got stopped out of TP2. Should I re-enter? Um, If price retraces back near your entry line, that's a possible re-entry. Right now, it's near a support level. So I don't know if price is going to find support here and then bounce up, and then you kind of get caught in that. But at least here, if you got in a reentry here and you put a tight stop, it'll be a small loss if you did take one. But down here, I feel like it's too risky. Yeah, it's too risky. Okay. So, um, just kind of gauge with that. But that's how I'm looking at that right here. If price comes back here, then that's a possible reentry with a stop probably somewhere up in here. That way it's a small, if you do lose, it's a small loss. But because we're already down, you know, price could continue to drop, but you just got to gauge that. Now, if we get a retrace here and then it drops and we get an engulfing candle, then yes, you can re-enter there as well. But we'll see what happens. That's a nice drop though, guys. That's a nice drop. And this is beautiful because you guys are all winning on your combines accounts, right? So we're getting closer to our goals here. This is beautiful. All right, so TP1 was smashed, guys. TP1 was smashed. All right. Put a fire if you hit TP1. Put a fire in the chat if you hit TP1. Put a fire in the chat if you hit TP1. Okay, so here's our retracement here. All right, let me go back to my other order and make sure that I'm here. Okay, break even. All right, perfect. Okay, and so now we wait, we see where we can get our, so 21,689 was our TP2. Oh, TP2. Oh, we're right here by TP2. We're right here by TP2, guys. Right here by TP2. Okay, so let's see if we can hit that. Let's see if we can hit that. Okay. Right here. All right, so let me put that on the, so let me just make that a little bit clearer here. But this line right here is TP2. And I'll put a little box right here. TP2 is right here. We cross this line, this threshold right here, we hit TP2. Now, Michael, we are getting a pullback here. Okay. So with this pullback, here's what you want to consider. There is a possible re-entry, okay? So if price comes here, we get this pullback and we get an engulfing candle here on the next candle, that's a possible re-entry. Right? But you got to also keep in mind, how far is it pulling back? Are we finding support here, or is this a pullback? If we're finding support, then price is going to continue to come up here. If it's a pullback, it's just going to give you a nice little pivot, and then it's going to continue to drop to the downside. Okay. So based on the next candle, that'll kind of tell you if it's a pivot or if it's a pullback. Okay. So if this candle closes pretty strong, then we might be looking at a different type of scenario. Okay, but if it doesn't, and we get here and then you get a nice engulfing strong bearish candle to follow it, that might be another re-entry right there. Because this is what's happening is, if we do get that, price breaks here. Okay, price breaks here. Let me get, hold on, my pen is, okay, there we go. So price breaks here, we pull back here, and then we drop to another lower low, because that's the price action of a trend, right? Pull back and then drop to another lower low, right? So where you want to enter is, okay, now that I see, all right, this is a smaller candle, let me see if we get an engulfing candle. Okay, if we get that engulfing candle, there's a high chance that price will continue to go to a lower low. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at as far as a possible re-entry for that. All right. But that was a nice sale, guys. Very nice sale. All right. So now let's go see. All right. So my I was just taking out on my other account there. Yep, I was just taking out there. Okay. So let's see. Let me go ahead and exit out of that one. All right. Perfect. Okay, cool. So if we look, we might have an entry for a buy, guys. Let's go look at our 15-minute. No. We're still overbought here on the 15-minute. The 30-minute is in between the channel. We know when price is in between the channel, we don't want to really mess with that. But based on the 15-minute, we're still in the overbought area. So let's see what's going on the 5 minute. And also keep in mind, we have news. We have news coming up, so price can go either way. News is happening in the next 15 minutes. Okay, so we're getting a buy signal here, but I am not touching that. What I would want to see if I was to re-enter, still overbought here. We're still overbought here. Okay, on the 15. All right. So let's just see what happens. But you guys should have definitely hit TP1 if you guys got into that sale. Okay. If you guys got into that sale, you should have definitely hit TP1. And the more you do this, the faster you'll get. Sometimes you trying to figure out where your buttons are and stuff like that. And that's what I mean as far as like practicing. Okay, on your spare time, you want to practice, practice, practice. So when it comes down to this, you know exactly how to execute and get into your positions. All right, but we got 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can get another entry, and let's see what happens. Okay. Any questions? Any questions about that move? Any questions? Did you all get into that trade? Let me know if you got into that trade. Let me know if you got into that sale. I got in. It was real quick, but I got in, caught a little bit of profit off of that. Not too much, but a little bit of profit. But guess what? All profit is good profit, right? So that's what we're looking at. Okay. Did you guys get into that trade? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Did you guys get into that trade? Let me know. Let me know. That was a quick one right there. Price moved pretty fast. Pretty fast. Okay. And also keep in mind, this buy is still relevant because we never tested this level yet. We didn't test this level yet, guys. So if we break out of here, we still got a nice little buy to the upside. Okay. So keep that in mind. But what could also happen is we could get back here to this area and get rejected again. And that's where the re-entry will be for a sale. Okay. So just keep that in mind. We're just keeping our eyes and ears open for the next move. Okay. Okay, Rob, you say you got to reset. Okay, we'll go over that tomorrow in our private session. We'll go through that in our private group. Okay, and for those of you all that are on, we do this every day, 8:45. I just do this free every day on YouTube, so you guys can get the information. Okay, great trade, Speedy Rob. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a really good trade. If you manage it properly, you definitely should have grabbed some profits off of that. Okay, but we can see, like, always look left, like it tells you what happened. Okay, if we look to the left, price already told us that it wanted to sell in this area. It told us multiple times. Look how many sales is in this area right here. Look, it's telling us that it wants to sell here. So when we got this one, this shouldn't have been surprising, right? So let's just see what happens. It's the same thing here. We got buys here. Okay, we got buys here at this level. We see a buy here. But we don't know if price is just going to range, because it might range. We could get this right here. And that is where you want to be careful, because that's how you can lose your money. All right. So we want price to choose a direction, and we can kind of follow that direction. All right. Okay, Rob just put his results in the chat. Let's see what he did. Let's see. Okay. Let's get it, Robert. So he made 1516 on that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great job, Robert. He put up some big numbers on that move. Let's get it. And now you're at 51,062. So you are getting very close to hitting that goal. Remember, the goal is $53,000 to get that account to $53,000. Excellent, excellent job, Speedy Rob. Excellent job. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. Be careful with trying to stay under that $1,500 threshold, because they don't want you to basically make more than whatever your goal is. They don't want you to make more than that in one trade. But that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So when you see it like that, just cut it off at like 1450 or 1400 next time if you see something like that. But because you're at 15, 16, it was a little bit over. I think you should be good. I think you should be good. Sylvester, what is that? Oh, you got the thumbs up. Okay, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes until news, okay? 10 minutes until news. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Are we going to get another good entry, or are we done for the day? Robert, after that 15, 16, you definitely want to be done for the day. If you want to trade on your demo so you don't breach the rule. But that is beautiful. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Winning together. That's what it's about. That is exactly what it's about. I love it. I love it. Mary said, yes, let's get it, Speedy. That's right. We got to celebrate everybody wins. Celebrate everybody wins. You guys are doing an amazing job. Okay? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Okay? Here we go. And this is why you guys let the market tell you what it wants to do. All right? So we can have our directional analysis, but at the end of the day, you be prepared to make that adjustment. Be prepared to make um that adjustment for the trade. Okay? So let's see what we have going here. We got 15. See, it's 10 minutes left. Price probably is going to slow down in the next 10 minutes. So this is a great time for anybody to ask questions. How do I get into paper trading? How do I get into a buy or sell? What's the key level? Any questions that you all might have, please feel free to ask that, because this is the time for me to really break that down while we're waiting for news to happen. Okay, so with news, we don't want to get into a position 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after. We want price to kind of figure out what it wants to do and then go from there. Normally, I'm off at 10 o'clock, but because news is at 10, I want to see if we can take advantage of another potential move at like 10:05, 10:10, and then we can kind of go from there. Okay, so let's see what we got going. All right, let's see what we got going, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Right now, we just kind of going back and forth, back and forth. And if you are new, let me know in the comments section, please. If you are new. If you're not, that's even better. But if you're new, let me know in the comments section, because sometimes I can go through terminology or talk about certain things. And I always try to keep the newest person in mind when I'm going through this information, because once you learn the terminology and what certain things mean, picking up the patterns becomes pretty easy when you see it multiple times. Okay, so that's where we are. All right, so let's see here. We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on this candle here, and we have 8 minutes left until the news happens. Sometimes price will move prematurely. It'll move before news. um Okay, I will need more training on taking more than one position. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's quite simple, Mary. When you're taking a position, two positions, let's say for instance for that sale that we just took. You click sell, right? And boom, I click sell. Let's say two contracts. I put the two contracts and then I click sell. Boom, I'm in a position. Okay, for two contracts. All right. And then when I want to get into another position, I just click sell again. And let's say for that one, I want to do three contracts. So I just put three contracts and then I click sell again. Now I'm in two positions. Okay. The position with the least amount of contracts should be TP2 because it has a further distance. Yeah, I might want to write that down. The position with the least amount of contracts should be allocated to TP2. The position with the most contracts, so if I'm in three positions, should be TP1. The position with three contracts should be TP1. or with the most contracts should be TP1. Why? Because of the distance, right? So if I am, let's say I have 3 contracts. Let's say I got into a sale right here, right? And my take profit 1 was here, and then TP2 was like here, right? So we'll say this is TP2 and this is TP1, okay? With 3 contracts, I could probably make $300 in this move, okay? With 2 contracts, okay? Because we both started, you both of the positions are starting here. So position 1 is 3 contracts, position 2 is 3 contracts. So they're both starting around this area right here, okay? Position 2 has a further distance to go down. So we know the further away we are from our entry line, the more money you can make, right? So I made $300 here off of a short distance, but I made another 300 or 250 or whatever here with less contracts, right? And the reason why we want to lock in our goal here, but if price continues to move down and goes further down, we can still gain um more profit. So this is TP2 is your icing on the cake. TP1 is your cake. Okay? That's how you want to kind of look at it. All right? So I'll go through that one more time. When you guys get into a sale, it's just you're doing the same thing twice. That's all it means. Okay. So when I go here, I click sell. This is my first position for TP1. I'm putting 3 contracts, take profit, stop loss. I already got that down. Boom. I'm clicking sell. When I want to get into my second position, right? I'm in my position. So let's say that this is 3 contracts I'm in. Then I go back here and I go sell again. I click 2 for 2 contracts, take profit, stop loss, sell. So they both have the same or around the same entry point, and they have the same stop loss. Okay. So around the same entry point and the same stop loss. The only thing that's different is the take profit. Take profit 1 is at a shorter distance, and then take profit 2 is at a further distance. That's the difference there. Okay. All right. Great job, Mary. You say you got it. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad you understood that. All right. And I hope that was understandable for everybody else who might have had questions on that as well. Mary, you always ask the best questions. I love it. You have great questions. Because the questions that you're asking, I guarantee other people probably have a question similar to that, or if not the same question. Okay. So good stuff, guys. All right, so we are, let's see, 9:56. We have 4 minutes left until the news happens. Let's go take a look at what the news is about today. What is the news about today? Okay, so we have the ISM services PMI. So if we go here where it says detail, again, this is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com for those of you all who don't know where to search news. And we're here January 7th at 10 a.m. That's how I know that news is happening at 10. Okay, I click detail. Level of diffusion index based on survey purchasing managers, excluding the manufacturing industry. Okay, so that's what this news is about. That's happening at 10 o'clock. Okay. JOLTS job openings. Let's see what that's about. Number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farming industry. Okay, so if it's more job openings, that's probably a bullish sentiment. If it's less job openings, it's probably a bearish sentiment, but we don't know. Okay, so we'll see how price reacts to that. All right, sometimes when you have 2 red folders, sometimes it can go back and forth because one news is negative and then one is positive, so it might go back and forth. But if they're both negative, you might see a nice bearish movement. If they're both positive, you might see a nice bullish movement. So we'll see. We will see what happens, guys. Okay, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. We're really a minute and 40 seconds left until news. So we'll give it the first 5 minutes, see what direction it wants to move, and then we'll look for possible entry. And we're getting a nice little sell alert here, but I'm not taking that because what? It's news. So it could be a sell alert, but at the end of the day, we don't know how people are going to react to this news. So I can't say that it's going to be bearish if they haven't gotten the news yet. So that's why we don't trade during news. Okay? So let's see what happens. Let me switch over to the chart. There's our possible sale there. And we have less than a minute until news, guys. Less than a minute until news. Less than a minute. And let's see what we got shaking here. And I just want to highlight this before news comes. Imagine, so Robert just gave us a clear example of making $1,500, and that trade was probably what, less than 5 minutes? People make that in a week. Okay, he just made that in less than 5 minutes. This is what trading offers you guys. This is why we have to master this skill, because you're literally mastering the skill of money. If you have this skill, you can print and you can make money for yourself at your own will. And this is what gives us the liberty to do so. All right. So here we go, guys. We have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. So a lot of times you'll see a nice big movement from news. Sometimes you won't if it's not an impactful news. But if it's impactful, you'll see a big candle. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. We getting a sell signal here. Let's see how it closes out. Remember, the first 5 minutes, we don't make a decision yet, because it can start off like that, but then it can go the opposite way. Remember, there's a lot of support at this level, which is why we see the wick happening here. If price breaks through, if it breaks through this level here, we have this level of support, but I think we could probably continue to push down. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens at this level here. Okay, let's see what happens. We got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left on this candle. We have to be patient. Nice drop. Nice drop. Do not chase the big candles, guys. Please don't chase the big candles. That is like one of the mistakes that I had to learn. It took me a while to learn that mistake. It took me a while to learn not to chase those trades, because what will happen is, well, what has happened, and not all the time, but what has happened is I had gotten into trades. I'd be down here, and then price reversed, and now I'm stuck down here in the sale, and I'm hoping price comes in my direction, and it just keeps going up. Okay, let the candle close. I love the fact that we are breaking this level right here, because this was our last strong level of support right here. I love that. Okay, so I'm really liking the way this is looking so far, guys. If we stay beneath this, I'll hop into a sell, because I think we can retest this level down here at least. We might get there in this one candle. Sheesh. Wow. So when you see these big candles, that's a lot of money moving right here, guys. It's a lot of liquidity right here when you see these big candles. Okay. That thing is gone. Yeah, so I'm not getting in now, because it already broke my level, and we're close to the area where I will want to get in. When we get down in this area here, we see, let me just kind of zoom in a little bit. We see, no, we still got some legs on this. Yeah, we still got some legs on this. We could probably come down to this level here, possibly even this one, but we could probably still come down to this level. So we'll see, because it's a lot of momentum coming out of that candle right there. A lot of momentum, and it broke these two pivotal areas here. But look at this wick right here, guys. This is why you got to be careful. Okay, this candle needs to close strong. This thing can wick all the way back up before the candle even closes. Wow. Look at that. This is why you have to wait until it closes. Okay, we got 1:50 left on this candle. 1:50 left. Okay. Wow. If we didn't get stopped out, guys, of our sale here, we would be eating right now. We will be eating, but it's all good. We took our profits, because we got into a sale up here. Beautiful. Just beautiful. We got into a sale up here. It took out our second position though. All good. Okay, we got a minute left on this candle. Let's see how it closes. With this wick level right here, it's telling me that the buyers are trying to come in. Okay, they're trying to come in, but I don't know if they gonna have enough strength to continue to push price down. Let's see how it closes. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. That's pretty strong. That is pretty strong there. Okay, 25, 20 seconds. All right, I'm going to take one contract on the sale for this one, guys. I'm not going to take two. I'm just going to take one for this one. Okay. And I'm gonna trail this one. So I'm taking the sale. Put 250 just to give me some space for all of them. Okay. And let me put it in on my other one here. 1 second, guys. All right. And let me go ahead and set my stop loss and take profit. 1 second, guys. So the stop loss, let's see. I'm going to set that here, probably at 21,673, somewhere around there. And then I'm going to set my take profit for, let's see, probably around 21,548. Okay, let me go back here and set it on the trading view here. Okay, so 21, let me see, move it up just a little bit. I only got one contract open for this one, guys, because it's news. But I have 21,683, okay, for my stop loss. And then I have, let me see, 21, move it up just a little bit. 21,550 for my take profit. Okay, if you want to do TP2, I don't really think, because prices already moved significantly, I think that's kind of like the threshold. Now, it could continue to drop down, but it's going to slow down significantly soon. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we are. So those are the levels, guys. Keep an eye out on the trade. Going to go ahead and wrap it up for this session. Great job, everyone. For those of you all that are in the private chat, I'll keep open lines of communication with you guys on the trade on that. But thanks to everybody that tuned in to the live session. We won TP1. We hit the sale all the way at the top here, grabbed our profit, and here's our next potential entry here to take it to this level here. Okay, great job. I want to give another shout out to Speedy Rob for hitting over $1,500 in profit in less than 5 minutes. Truly incredible. Let's keep growing. You guys, let's get these accounts funded so we can keep going. All right. Go ahead and drop a fire in the chat. If you were profitable or if you learned anything today, go ahead and drop a fire in the chat for me in the comments section before we wrap it up, guys. And make sure y'all like and subscribe if you haven't already. Show some love, like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in a minute for those who are in the we're in profit too, guys. Look at that drop. Beautiful. Beautiful drop. All right. So let's get it. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right.